Channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. I know this is a little different. This is what my OG subscribers are used to, me making videos inside the car. But this time I'm not in a Hemi. I am driving a 2024 Toyota Camry. Y'all know I love Camrys, man. These cars are great cars, but the reason why I'm making this video is a lot of people have been hitting me up asking me, why did I sell my 300C with the 6.4 in it? Why did I sell my wide body? Why did I sell my RT? Smoke it up. Well, you know, we had to go back to the beginning, guys, and a lot of people are new to my channel. They don't understand. Now I'm making all these different type of videos. I'm making reaction videos, and we start from the beginning, guys. I started my YouTube channel because my dad lives in Georgia. He lives in a different state, and this was a way for me to show him what I was doing in my car. Never intended it to grow to be what it is today. You know, I started making videos, people started commenting, next thing you know, I had over 1,000 subscribers and my channel was monetized. So I said, oh, okay, I see how this works. At first, I didn't even realize you could make money on YouTube. Once I started making a couple of dollars on YouTube, and it wasn't much, I was probably making maybe $200–300 a month, you know, making YouTube videos about my car, because back then I had a V6 Dodge Charger. Nobody was really interested in that car. So then I had the opportunity to buy a RT Charger. Once I got my RT Charger, that's when the questions and the subscribers and things changed for me on YouTube. Next thing you know, I ended up in a wide body Dodge Charger.
Yeah. I'll take it out the showroom now.
No, you guys are out.
Oh yeah. Off the showroom floor, baby.
And I was making pretty decent money, and that was pretty much paying for the insurance and my car note for my wide body Charger. I got rid of my wide body Charger because I wanted to buy a Hellcat wide body Charger. But that's when the pandemic hit and everything changed. Prices went up and I just couldn't afford it anymore. You know, so some time went by, you know, I made content with the wide body before I sold it. And I realized that car content on YouTube was changing. I saw that, you know, people weren't really watching, you know, the videos where people were modding their cars and, you know, putting rims on their cars or changing the wings on their cars. The only videos that were getting views were the videos where they running from the police, they street racing, you know, those type of videos were starting to gain a lot of traction. So the videos that I was making and some of the other YouTubers who had, you know, Dodge Charger content channels, they weren't getting any views. It's pretty much, we just got boxed out of the algorithm. So I decided that I was gonna change directions then, but then they announced that they were coming out with the 300C, the 2023 Chrysler 300C with 6.4 in it. So I said, well, let me give this content thing another try and, you know, see if people pick up, you know, see if my views pick up. And believe me, the whole time YouTube was still paying my car notes. But I noticed that when I first got the 300C, I had a lot of people who come in and congratulate me, and I appreciate that. And, you know, everything was cool. The next few videos, I got some views. And again, I didn't buy that car. I didn't buy any of my cars, particularly for YouTube. I bought them because those were the cars that I personally wanted. I just documented what I was doing, you know, so my dad can see it. And it was fun. I really enjoyed creating content. This is the stage one. All right, guys, so we're gonna start this thing up. That is funny.
There it is.
And so again, back to the 300C, I started getting some views in the beginning. People were kind of tuned in. Then I would say maybe around the 4th or 5th video, I was barely getting 1,000 views. And the money that I was making that was paying my car note started to disappear. Now, mind you, I have a full-time career now. I wasn't hurting financially at all, but I had told myself at any point that YouTube is not paying my car note, the car has to go. Because also I have 2 sons at the time who were getting ready to get their driver's license. So I had to consider that as well. So it's like, okay, do I make my kids suffer just so I can be on YouTube making videos for people who don't even know my real life or know my real circumstances? Because, I used to get, DMs all the time. People ask me, oh, you need to do more burnout videos. You need to do this, you need to do that. Not realizing that this is my real life. Like, I'm not creating some fake identity online for views or to seem like I'm some rich person. You guys were getting my real life. And my real life dictated that, hey, it's time to get rid of some of these cars because I got to get vehicles for my sons. I did the same things for my daughters. Now, I'm not telling you guys this because I want some kind of sympathy or I owe any explanation. But there's some of my OG subscribers wondering why I switched up my content. And again, it was dying out. I saw it coming. And some YouTubers adapted, some of them just faded away. I would say 98% of the YouTubers faded away because YouTube wasn't pushing those crazy videos anymore. It just wasn't pushing them. Like I said, you would have to be doing something criminal for the most part to even get any views. People just didn't want to see it. It was everything that had been done that you could do to them cars, as far as modding them. So they want to see how fast they are. They want to see people racing, running from the police. That's what people wanted to see, and I wasn't about to do that because, like I said, I had a real life, a real career, and it's not worth it to me. Okay, these people, oh yeah, she's blocking. So, I decided to sell my 300C. I said, I'm gonna get out of this car while I can. I enjoyed it. I was very happy when I got it, but it was time for it to go, and I sold it. And I sold it at the right time because the value of that car was tanking, big time. Y'all know where I'm at, the OG subscribers.
Hi, can I help you?
I had a mobile order. To make a long story short, guys, I sold the 300. I was able to get out of that before it was too late. And I'm super excited that I did. I'm glad I did because right now, if you try to sell one of those cars, man, they're gonna rob you for real. They're gonna rob you. They're gonna give you nowhere near what you owe on them cars. That's why a lot of people were selling their 300Cs in the beginning because people were paying over $1,200 a month for those cars because back then the interest rates were super high. But everybody wanted the car because it was a limited edition. And a lot of people walked away from their vehicle once they got to the dealership because they couldn't afford it. And right now, there's Butter and TK and OC and the guys, they're still trying to keep the Mopar content alive and trying to keep it going. But for me, guys, it's just it's the repetitive content that it seems like everybody's just talking about the same thing over and over again. No shot at them. I appreciate those guys and I rock with those guys, but I decided to change gears and it's been working for me. And I'm not saying that everybody should do that, but I had to do what I had to do because I didn't want my YouTube channel to die because I'm stuck talking about Dodge. They ain't invite me to no show. They haven't invited me to no events. They ain't giving me no cars to drive. Why am I gonna sit here and ruin my channel supporting a brand that don't even know I exist? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't trying to go out like that. And I didn't want that type of attention anyway. That's not why I was making the content. And now it just seems like they still don't get it, guys. Like, when these new Hellcats come out, they're gonna be so expensive. Most people aren't gonna be able to afford them. And I don't care what you see in the comments of OC and TK and them garage videos, everybody in there talking about they gonna buy this immediately when it comes out. Even the folks that own Hellcats right now, you'd be crazy to get rid of that car for these new cars that's coming out. There's no way I would sell what I currently have for those new cars. I wouldn't do it. They look okay, they look different, the interior is okay, but I prefer the old ones before the new ones. And I'm not saying the new ones aren't nice. I just feel like the older ones gonna be better, they better built. These new cars gonna have major issues. Major issues. And we already know CDJR not gonna honor warranties. They're not gonna have the best customer service when it comes to getting your vehicle fixed. So it's like you're setting yourself up for failure. I recommend people wait a while and just to see how things change up, see if they change their business model, because there's so many other brands and cars you can buy. You feel me? And if you still want a Hemi, you can, like I always say, you can go and buy an older one. So I probably end up buying the older Hellcat for half the price and probably have a better car, even though it's old. I'm not in it to have the latest and the greatest. I just like muscle cars and powerful cars, and I don't have to have the newest one to do that. The six-pack is cool, but I don't know how long that car will last. I would lease it. You know what I'm saying? I recommend people lease that car, especially since it's the first year. Because you're going to have some major issues. When you start really driving that car hard and trying to, you know, show off, especially the people who want to buy it for YouTube, that car's going to stay in the shop more than it's on YouTube. I guarantee it. I'm telling you right now. But this is not a video to bash, you know, the inline six or bash Dodge or anything, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I'm not completely, you know, getting away from Dodge at all. That's just nothing exciting to me right now, and there's no point in me keep making videos speculating what's gonna come out, what might happen. It's just a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? It's like a waste of time. And there's plenty of that out there. You know, there's plenty of videos, people keep making speculations about what's going on. And, you know, if you notice, nobody's really driving these cars. You have people that's on YouTube that own these cars, and you don't never see them driving them. They're not racing them. They're just standing by them. You're not even doing anything in the car. It's like a waste of money. Why even buy these cars if you're not going to actually get out and drive them and actually have fun in the cars? That's why I like Racer X, because at least he took his cars out on the track and drove them and pushed them to the limits. Even when he had his Demon, he instantly got on the track, even though he, you know, blew the motor in or whatever. I think that's what happened. At least he got out there and had some skin in the game, and people gave him hell for that, and I don't understand it. I guess they rather see people stand around their cars and never do anything in them. It's just ridiculous to me. That's how I knew I had to get away from this stuff, because it's just crazy. How you gonna bash a guy that actually out here showing you what the cars can actually do, instead of just standing around them kind of like you bragging that you got them, but you're not even enjoying the car? It's stupid to me. But you know, people free to do what they want to do. If I have a car like that, I'm gonna get out and actually drive it. If you go back through my videos, you'll see me out enjoying my car. You know, it's just craziness. Why are you gonna have a car like that and you claim to be a YouTuber and you don't do anything in the car? It's just a waste of time and money. Dodge comes out with something worth buying. If it's not at least a 6.4 or a 6.2, I have no interest in it. Or the 426, and everybody's talking about this CUDA stuff. Dodge, I doubt Dodge even coming out with that, man. It's all speculations and people just doing things for views. And hey, and it works. If it works, it works. But my content is different now. So if you rock with me because you rock with me, you know, stay tuned. I may end up starting a whole new channel, guys, and I'll put my car content on there, because this channel is going in a whole different direction that I really enjoy and I really like. So if you're new to my channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe. Stay tuned. Not sure what kind of car I'm going to get soon. So hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload the video, the take and delivery video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.